Hi, Ian.
Hey Peter,
Hey Peter, how's it going?
Ilya Samsonov just won his first NHL game in his first NHL game, so that's
That was
happening.
That was
that was
that was
wild. That was
wild. That was
great.
great. He looked great. He was kind of was a boring game, right?
It was boring in like the best possible way. Yeah, like I don't know, like there's a lot of I don't know. He had that goof up with Radko Gudas, but like when you think about like all the stuff that you were sort of worried about, or you could be worried about, like confidence and junk like that, I didn't see anything. Like he looked great. He was making some pretty bold moves, going behind the net, retrieving the puck, stuff that I wouldn't think I'd do if it was my first NHL game. Not that I've ever been in such a situation.
Yeah, like it was kind of similar to when I saw him in Hershey last year a few times. Is that he just plays really big, and a lot of guys talk about his calming influence. It's just he makes all the saves, and you don't. It's kind of like a good defenseman where you don't really notice the defenseman, and he's playing a good game. Like Carl Alsner used to be like that when he would play good games, where he'd get the puck out, you barely noticed him. Towards the end of his Capitals career, you noticed him all the time. But yeah, I thought Ilya was great, and I'm really excited about his future, man.
It's been like a wild week, in like goaltending world since like Copley got sort of unceremoniously dumped, and Samsonov's had this sort of somewhat sudden rise. I mean, not unforeseeable. In fact, you did foresee it, but it's been a big shakeup, and for him to get like a start against an ex-Cap first round pick goalie against the former Caps coach, and to get what I'm just going to house rule as a shutout because that Radko Gudas goal does not count. That's a vicious start for a guy that 1 year from today may be the Caps' number one goalie.
Yeah, it's crazy to think about. Towards the end of the game, and I'm going to write about this. Holtby was taking selfies with fans. It's just weird. It's just weird to see a 22-year-old out there killing it,
Right.
and Holtby on the sidelines.
Really take it easy for him.
Yeah, it's always funny when the goalie's like away from the team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like sitting in the tunnel on like a folding chair or a bar stool.
In the really
Like-
crummy arenas, which Nassau is absolutely one of. Like you and I were talking about this before the game. Like, we're not supposed to be here. Like, Nassau was closed. I saw it on my TV screen. Kuznetsov closed the place down, and it's nonsense that they're back, but I get it.
I know. My favorite part is that like when they go to a shot of Joe B and Craig Laughlin, they're kind of like off center, and like there's a camera 30 feet above them, so it's like in the rafters.
Yeah, I don't have it.
The whole setup's funny.
But that like their like capacity isn't like up to snuff with the rest of the league. They're like fitting like 12, and everyone else is fitting 18K.
Yeah, exactly.
Who else did you like? I'll call this out real quick. Chandler Stevenson. He's like in like a temporary role as a third line forward, and he doesn't have like that much stuff to his game, right? He's sort of a one-dimensional player, and that dimension's not offense. But tonight he had maybe one of the best Caps chances that didn't end up being a goal, that sort of breakaway that Varley had to stop, yet it did not count as a shot attempt according to the scorekeeper. Maybe they'll like retrospectively do it, but if like Chandler Stevenson was hoping to like pad his stats tonight, it did not happen.
That may be the last shot we see from him too, like the entire season.
Well, yeah, for real. So he'll obviously he's going to play tomorrow night, the home opener.
Yeah.
And then Kuznetsov's back, and
Yeah.
we don't know. I mean, they're gonna have to make a move, right? Because they're gonna move Kuznetsov from the inactive to active.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm not Don Fishman, salary cap expert, but I think they're gonna have to make two moves. I think they saved a decent amount of money sending Copley down and getting Jews off the book. So I don't know if it's gonna have to be too significant beyond whoever they want to send down. You know what I mean? But it'll be interesting between Faravari. I said his name kind of right, I think.
That was great.
Wow.
That was really good.
Yeah, wow. I just rolled off the tongue or whatever. But between Faravari and Stevenson, I know Travis Boyd. We were kind of talking about like how is Travis Boyd not playing?
Yeah.
Last year he earned a spot. He was good in the preseason, and Chandler Stevenson is playing over him in the third line position role. It doesn't really make much sense. I mean, Chandler is a good skater, you know, but
he looks great. And honestly, like 2 years ago in the playoffs, I was like, dude, this guy's got a future. It's just that like the offense never took the next step.
No.
Fair Varvey. Oh, I know. See, I kind of stepped on it.
Yes, it's tough. It's tough.
We'll get better, but he had a really strong outing, and probably good work for it because he was so darn physical. Like if you're trying to make a good impression on the Caps coaches, that kind of physicality, I'm sure that the team loved that.
Yeah, I think they're gonna have a weird decision to make. Like I said to you earlier, is that they have guys that can play now. I'm fine with Jonas or Martin staying on the team. So what do you do? You know what I mean?
What do you think of Gudash, though? Because I don't know if you and I were necessarily on the same page. Like so he had that one like kind of like desperate scrambly shift against Barzal, and Barzal did sort of run, kind of did wherever he wanted to go, except for in the slot. Like they kept him out of the dangerous spots. But I really liked what I saw of Gudash, with one exception, perhaps, of the time he kicked the puck into the net.
Yeah, minus that goal he scored on his own goalie. No, I thought the thing is that when I was looking at the stats last game, I mean, they really shelter him a bit. I think he only had like 12, 13 minutes or 14, something like that. But he did not get a ton of shifts in his first game, and there was times where I wasn't necessarily impressed tonight, but I think he's fine. I don't know. I think he's a pretty solid third pairing guy, but again, it's like, do you want Radko Gudas in there, or do you want one of your rookies that can continue to grow and grow and grow? And, I don't know.
I do. I want Radko. He's really good. He's like a total, I don't know, he's a total, like caveman, but he's also good. That it's a rare combination, and people get fixated on the caveman part and underrate that he's good. Like, if you saw, like, like, the last, I don't know, 15 minutes of the game, with the exception of like garbage time, the Isles just couldn't get anything going in neutral, and Gudas was a huge part of that. I can't tell you, like, Skype is a murderer, man. This thing is just devouring my sheet. I'll try to think up a new workflow, but like I could do it on my other computer, like look up stats. But I have the loudest gaming keyboard you've ever. Like, I can't. I have to get a second keyboard, so if I'm on like work calls, I can have like a quiet type.
Oh my god, that was really intense.
Who else you like? I mean, obviously Vrana got a second goal of the season in 2 games. Like, that dude's on a roll.
I do want to say that, like, at the end of the game, you really hit on something. Is that, like, they really closed that game out. I mean, the Capitals aren't really a team that wins games 2-1. You know what I mean? But that was like a defensive shutdown at the end. And I mean, they did it to Trotz, their old sensei. So I don't know. I was really impressed by that ending. I mean, that was a great third period. And how do you change the defense when they're playing that well against the Islanders, who they have so much speed? I think that's the thing that they struggled with, is that usually use that speed, try to get turnovers and odd man breaks. But that was an amazing period of play by the Caps to close it out there. I don't know if Vrana. I mean, Vrana obviously. I mean, he looks like he's going to score 30 this year. Yeah. I mean, I don't have nothing to add to that. I mean, he just looks like a really good player.
Thank you for not saying he's on pace for 82 goals, because that kind of the first week, like, hockey fans. Okay, it drives us. Like, we've been doing this exact thing for 10 years. Maybe not like a video, but like, people say the same crap over and over again.
Yeah.
Like, the first week is like, oh my god, Cody Ceci's going to score 82 goals this season. By the way, Cody.
Peter, what's one of the new things that we get is now whenever we write about Evgeny Kuznetsov, there are a lot of snow gifs in the comments.
The internet's just like weaponized against us being able to enjoy anything.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. It's just like, okay, that was kind of. I smiled a few times the first time, and then months later, you're just like, okay, you guys got to get over it, man. You guys just got to move on. It was clever, kind of, maybe. The first day.
We're gonna have to deal with it again next week, and then it'll die down, hopefully. I'm looking at Natural Stat Trick. So
hit me.
Yeah. So like your like fourth line, Hathaway, Leipzig, Dowd, actually like led the Caps in like shot attempt differential, but obviously they only got 11 minutes on ice. Gudash was at 1630, which is probably lowest among the D, but he and Orlov were right about 67% each, of shot attempts. So like 19 for the Caps and 9 for the Under. So that's domination. That's really good. If you look at it like over 2 games, and obviously this is super early, but there's been 6 periods of like full hockey, and the Caps have won 5 of them. That looks really good so far, and I won't go to any further than that because I don't know about the competition so far.
Dare I say too, at least so far, this team already is giving me better feelings than any of the teams over the last 4 years.
Yes, 3.
Like they feel like more of a solid, knows how to win team. I don't know how to describe it. It's just like, again, is that they kind of opened it up against St. Louis a little bit with the offense, and then this game they closed it down, and it's just like that's what a team that knows how to win does.
I see what you're saying. Like, there's like different dimensions to it. Because you're right, like that middle of the St. Louis game, that was another kind of domination and like a different way of winning games that they used tonight. Just so you're ready for it, and I know you're going to be working on a Samsonov story. Wilson gave him the old shaving cream.
I got to get back on the internet soon.
We'll keep this. Oh, did the internet shut down when you went on to the?
No. It works. No, I just mean that I have to start writing soon.
This is also your reminder.
You guys, I slave all the time for you, all the time.
You need to hit up. By the way, this is your reminder.
Oh yeah, thank you. Thanks for publicizing that too.
Yes. Dom says, how many more home openers can the Caps spoil at this point? I don't think that they'll have another opportunity. Because I think everyone will have played at home after this weekend, unless maybe the Flyers haven't, but I don't think the Caps are playing the Flyers for a minute. I don't actually know.
Well, they could lose tomorrow night and spoil their own.
Damn, man, why'd you have to say that?
That's deep. They won't. They always win their home opener.
It's Carolina, right?
Yeah, they'll win. Capitals will kill them.
Rod Brind'Amour's gonna yell things at Tom Wilson again.
Yeah, I sure hope so. Well, I can't wait for TJ Oshie's fight tomorrow. I'm calling it now. He's gonna TJ Oshie's gonna fight Warren Fogle. I call it now.
We have a comment in chat. I'm gonna read it real quick. It's from a person named Chris. It says, "Without looking, how good is my recap?" So something we haven't thought of yet. Do not have any party review, independent review of content. So Chris could go rogue here, and we do it live right after the game ended. We have no idea. I'm sure he did fine. I've got it open here. He's got an Obi the Bulldog tweet. Great, Chris. Lots of time to get back to the internet. We can do this again tomorrow night.
Ilya is wearing the really ugly Washington Nationals batting helmet, and it is really funny. He looks like he's 12, and then I just saw the shaving cream pie. Oh my god.
This is
that is great.
Over me, because in your office on UX TV, I just have a picture of Cindy Lauper and the oil painting of the Stanley Cup being given by George McPhee and Barack Obama.
Oh wow! Oh yeah.
That's what my office space looks like. All right.
I know, man. You need to get an R&B office like me. We need to get you set up. We need to have you looking like Dangle. Dangle
Someone's
Jr.
like, "Oh, Peter, you look so sophisticated with your books in the background." These are all Eileen's DVDs. These are not books, y'all. This is like the Twilight series. And
I'm disappointed that no one thinks I look sophisticated.
Next to Steve Dangle, you do. All right. Good game, good night, right?
Yeah, thanks for everybody watching, and we'll keep trying to do this sometimes, or all the time. Who knows?
Absolutely. Take care, y'all. We love you.
Well said, right? Bye.